Hello everyone, it's been some time since my last upload, but I thought I'd delay it for you guys to get an automation video working for OpenAI's new flagship model, ChatGPT-4o. For those of you that don't know, OpenAI just released an omni-modal model, which basically means it can input and output multiple forms of data like images, text, and audio. So it's a really cool model that is particularly good at image recognition and analysis. This is really cool because one, it's now faster than any previous OpenAI ChatGPT models, and two, it's 50% cheaper to run. Furthermore, the image recognition abilities, as mentioned before, is beyond insane. And in this video, we're going to be utilizing that to our benefit. But without further ado, I thought I'd leverage this model to build an image recognition to Google Sheets automation. Now, on face value, this isn't anything special, but what's pretty neat is that I've been able to allow the model to be continuously fed images from a folder on my computer and update my Google Sheets, which looks something like this. So, as you saw before, I had a collection of bookshelf images, and now through utilizing ChatGPT-4o, I'm able to automatically grab those images, format them correctly, analyze them, and post them to a Google Sheets. I got carried away here and added some additional automations to give each book their rating, summary link, and an Amazon link to buy them. In this video, we won't go into those later automations, only the essential ones that will allow you to later do further automation. This is a simple automation, so you'll only need a few things: OneDrive, ChatGPT-4o, and make.com, which we'll be using to run this automation. First things first, go over to make.com and create a new scenario. This will bring you to a dashboard screen where we can begin adding some modules. The first module we'll add is OneDrive. Go ahead and click the plus button and search up OneDrive. We'll be watching files/folder in this instance, so go ahead and click that. We can move this timer to the OneDrive and we can just delete that. If you don't have a OneDrive account, I'd recommend making one and storing your files online. It's free and you get about 5 gigabytes of free storage. We are using OneDrive in this instance largely because of the file extension we get when running this module. Now, I spent some time figuring out which storage provider allowed you to use their file extension in ChatGPT-4o. The problem with Google Drive and other storage providers is that the WebView link provided by the service isn't readable by ChatGPT-4o, which would make it impossible to directly provide ChatGPT-4o with an image URL that can be read and analyzed. Once you've added the OneDrive module, go ahead and sign in with your account and set up your connection. So to do that, click into this module, you'll hit add a connection, click save, and it'll prompt you to sign in with Microsoft. From there, configure the mapping of where you want this module to watch your files or folders from. Select the folder you want to watch, which is here. So I've specified in my desktop, ChatGPT-4o, and this is where my images are contained. Specify the maximum number of results you want to get. So in this instance, I just want 2 images to reduce latency for this video. Now for this example, I have 2 images of bookshelves I have in this folder. The idea here is to do a visual stock take and send that data later to Google Sheets. So when you have some images within your folder here, you're good to go. After that is all set up, go ahead and run the module. You'll see in our output a download URL, and that's just going to be this one here. This is great because we can then put that into ChatGPT. We'll now add an iterator module. Head down to the green cog under flow control and select iterator. Connect these 2 up and head into iterator. Our array is going to be the output from our folder, which you'll head over to download URL and click that. Hit OK, and we are ready for the next module. After the iterator is in place, we'll go ahead and add our ChatGPT-4o module. There is actually no specific module for this yet, as far as I'm aware. So we'll have to make a simple API call to OpenAI's chat completion endpoint. To do that, go down to the little plus button, find HTTP, hit that, and we'll make a request. Go ahead and add that and connect those two. For those not familiar with APIs, don't worry, it's very simple. Our URL is the endpoint where we are requesting data from. As per the OpenAI documentation, we need to post a chat completion. So the appropriate URL for this is going to be api.openai.com/v1/chat/completions. Next, head down to our method. For this, we are posting data to it, so it's got to be a post request. Moving forward, as with most API requests, we'll add our headers. The first is going to be our API key. Usually, to authenticate an API request, we'll have to add an authorization header, and our value is always going to be bearer space our API key. So I'll go ahead and paste that in now. If you don't know where to find your Open API key, head over to platform.openai.com/API-keys, and you'll find your secret key in there. Now we'll add our final header. So go down and hit this box, add a header. This is going to be specifying the type of content we'll be sending to the endpoint. So for this one, the content type is going to be JSON. So under the name, content-type, and our value is going to be application./JSON. Once that is all set up, head down to the body type. It'll be raw. And again, the content type is going to be JSON. Now that's all set up, we are going to request content, or in this instant, we are going to post some content to the endpoint. So we'll need to include our message to OpenAI here. I'll have this code in the description so you can copy it over into your module so you don't have to do any JSON coding. Now that we have our JSON code in here, the main thing we are wanting to change is going to be this image URL. Now, of course, it's going to be our download URL that we iterated through. So you can go ahead and hit the value of your iterator. That's fine. Make sure that everything is appropriately formatted. You can just go ahead and paste this JSON code into ChatGPT and ask it to fix up any syntax issues. But now that we have our URL in here, this is good. Pass the response, we are going to hit yes, and we'll just hit OK. Now, to make sure everything's working smoothly, go ahead to the bottom left and hit run. You'll see that's the first image, and you'll see the second image go through the ChatGPT module. Perfect, so we have two bundles through the iterator. Operation 1 will be our first image, status code 200. That means everything's cool. And we can go ahead and check the data here. So head down to choices 1, message, assistant, content. And look at that, it's analyzed the author and the title. This is perfect because now we can put this data into Google Sheets. Hit the plus button at the bottom and locate Google Sheets. If you can't see it here, just go ahead and search it. And the one we are going to be looking for is add a row. So go ahead and click that. Connect this to the HTTP module. As with any module, you'll need to go ahead and set up your connection. So to set up a connection, hit add, sign in with Google, and then you'll be good to go. There's a few things we need to do here. And the first being the spreadsheet ID. This is where your Google Sheets is located. So if you don't have one already, go ahead and create a blank Google Sheets, put it in a folder so you know where it is, and then we'll map it out here. So it's in 2 subfolders with the name being ChatGPT-4o, bookshelf analysis example. I'm actually going to change this to a different spreadsheet, a blank spreadsheet so you can see properly. Second one's your sheet name. If you've just created one, it's just gonna be one sheet, so that's fine. And then to add the data now is pretty easy, so you can specify what column you want it to be in. So for example, let's just do column A. And to get the data into Google Sheets, you'll go ahead and head into the output of a HTTP module. Go ahead and hit choices, message, content, and there you go. Hit OK, and we'll run this, and then we'll jump over to our spreadsheet to see what it looks like. So we can go ahead and run just down here in the bottom left. You'll see that's the first image, the first row, and the second image, and the second row. And perfect, green means good, so we can go over to our spreadsheet and see what that looks like, and there you go. So this is the image 1 with their books, image 2 with their books. This is all you need to know as a base level to begin doing further automation past this. In the start of the video, I showed you a cool example of it all formatted nicely, some other automations to get the buy links, the review links, and things like that. But in this video, I'm trying to keep it short and sweet. But once you have data here in this Google Sheets, the world's your oyster. You can go ahead and manipulate that data however you want. You can create new lines, do different columns, and all it'll be is you just going in here and specifying how you want the data to be inputted into Google Sheets. But that's it for today. Hopefully this video has inspired you to go out there and build some cool things. Let me know if this was useful, and please share what you were able to build with this automation structure. I'd love to check it out and see what applications you've applied this structure to. But anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Again, please share this video, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button below.